It's tea time with MahMah Tea. Hey, babies. It's MahMah Tea. Back with another one. Woo! Lot going on in the world, ain't it, honey? I don't know. I take a couple of days off. It seems like the world flipping on this end, isn't it? Where do we begin with all this shit? But first off, honey, did y'all see the Stellar Mass podcast the other day with Sister Rev on there? The Sister Diva? Let me tell you something, honey. These sisters are scientists and metaphysicians, and you ain't never heard the divine feminine come out their mouth saying the shit they saying, honey. We ain't scared no more. I keep telling y'all, black women is up. And I told y'all about this ascension process. 5D. We going to the 5D. I told y'all 2 years ago, ain't nobody going nowhere till we wake up. And we waking up. I never thought I'd see a day like this. When I see these divine feminine sisters wake up unapologetically, speaking their truth, standing their ground, and reclaiming their remembrance. I told you it was coming. When I first stepped on the scene, you called me an old fool till you realized I was using the age filter. Then when you found out that I was shot blessed, yeah, that sister that stepped down in 2006, 2008, 2004, talking about the black woman is God then, 2013, back again in 2022. You ain't getting rid of me that easily, baby. Because when something is ordained and laid before you and you walk it, baby, it is what it is. Back on to the news. Current news and events. L.A. Why L.A.? Why the city of Los Angeles? What that government over there plotting, planning with y'all? Of all places that you gonna do this raid, you gonna do it in Compton? You must be desperate. You must be running out of time, honey. That you going in the hood in Compton. And what you're doing is, you trying to go us to come out there so you can start sacrificing us. Baby, they need blood sacrifices in order for them to thrive. And we told y'all, ancestors told y'all, stay the hell up out that shit. They gonna start pulling on your Christianity and the we neighbors and all the guilt they gonna pull on y'all to get you out your house because they can't come in yours. There's rules that have been set. You don't even realize the ancestors laid out the boundaries. They said, y'all can't step over here. So instead, they trying to draw you out into them streets so they can pluck you and pick you off one by one. They need the sacrifice. And you fools is walking right into the trap. Now y'all going out there making videos talking about the hood, going to protect the hood and all this shit. Who the hell's been protecting you all this time? What makes you think you here to protect somebody else when you have never even protected your own? Many of you from the same hoods and them same corners be out there slaughtering your people over some powder, over some rocks, over some weed. Your karma great too. It's time to clean your house up, baby. Get your house in order. Reconnect back to your people. But instead, you want to go out there and fall for the bait. Lord, you're out there in the street. They done call every kind of military out there that they can possibly get to sacrifice you. And them people, you out there trying to be a savior. All y'all put your capes on. Now you the savior rights of the land. You the savior rights of the village. Can't even save your goddamn self, but you always the sacrificial lamb. Who you think all them people out there to kill? They ain't trying to keep no law and order. That man running out of time. Hell, his own buddy turned on him. Now they infighting and all kind of shit. So it's like, hold up. We got to change this narrative. Even if I got to shut this whole shit down, where we going to begin? Right in the hood of the black people and stir them up. Not directly, but by association. Honey, them people don't even like you. Them folks thought they was the Caucasians. Yes, they did. They assimilated into their whiteness and everything because, you know, they got a class system over there, too, that's based on color. Y'all know the lighter ones is treated better than the darker ones. It's a curse, a spell that's been casted all over this whole damn realm. And y'all fell for the shit with your Spaniard mixing having asses. You really thought you was something special. You turned your nose on the indigenous blood in you. And you cleaved to your colonizer. Now look what your colonizer is doing to you. You get the nerve to get on here and talk about how they hunt you down by your name and your skin color? and how you look, welcome to the club. Y'all better clean shit up like you told up. Get over it. Y'all told that was a long time ago. When are you people gonna pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and get over it? Well, honey, if you look at the past 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, that's what we've been doing. We've been pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps so tight that we snapped out of the spell and start saying we indigenous to this land. Uh-oh, what we finna do with that? Y'all started calling us pretendians. Uh-oh, what they finna do about that? In the meantime, the big boys up in them White Houses are shaking in their boots, because then all of a sudden, we gonna start looking at you and the ones you really entered into the contract all across this land to subdue us. Then we gonna start looking at the ones that look like us, that ain't us. Always trying to get us to claim something outside of what we is. Now the ticket getting hot, honey. The last days is upon us. Really, last days for them, new days for us. So they gonna pull out all the stops. Ancestors already came down and said, stay out the shit. Cause all this about to be handed right back to y'all. If y'all just stay put. We got this. Ancestors is on offense now, not defense. Go ahead and sit back and watch the movie, because this shit about to be good. I told y'all a couple weeks ago that the color was red. What you been seeing in them skies, baby? Red. Like a box of red hots around here. Now they getting desperate. They cleaving to the only thing they got left is their guns and their bullets. But honey, this spiritual war is beyond their guns and bullets. Wait until the earth starts shaking and them winds start blowing and them waters start rising. There ain't nothing they can do with that. They so scared to death that everything is hitting them from every corner of this earth, and you want to hop in the midst of they shit when you supposed to be sitting back and let the covering of your ancestors protect you. I don't know what to tell with some of you, but you know what the problem is, baby? You want to keep this system up. You don't find nothing wrong with the system. What you find wrong with the system is you not the face of it anymore. You created this system, and it was hijacked from you because it's your karma, because you hijacked who it belonged to before that. A matrix. They say it's a womb. Those who running the show ain't got a womb. So what do? They create a false one and then try to trap you in it. But that shit is collapsing, because something that's built on sand, honey, can't stand for too long. You see it all the way around you. Honey, when they was calling us pretendians and all of this stuff, then they wanted to get together and create a lawsuit against them, honey. You got some of my people licking their chops about that shit. They was waiting for this. Everything is backfiring on them. Everything. And you wrapped up into the politics. You wrapped up into their religions. You wrapped up into their gods. It's time to unwrap yourself, unravel out that shit and step out, because that's the false light and that is the soul trap. Why is it that we as indigenous people, just now snapping out the spell, but those still under the spell, are the only ones who want to sever ties with their ancestors? They say those are demons. We're the only people on the planet that dishonor our ancestors by calling them demons, while they worship theirs everywhere you look. Go down, take a trip to your town centers. I keep telling y'all that. Go down to your courthouses everywhere. These are their altars in public spaces. But you putting up a picture of your grandmother, your granddaddy, the ones who you know loved you. I ain't talking about the ones who abused you, because all ancestors ain't good ancestors. Some ancestors have some heavy karma and heavy contracts, and you put them up on your altar, honey, they inviting you into the contract. You know the ones that love you. You know the ones that respect you, and you could go all the way through your bloodline and even your blood type. And you can go to them ancient ones. Yes, those your ancestors too. And with these timeline merging, what you think that means? That means you, the ancestor. returned. We are all the legends that they write about. It's you. Where you think the energy goes when your ancestors pass? In you, in your blood, in your chromosomes, in your genetics. It's in you. And when you create altars, honey, what you really doing is creating a remembrance, a place of sanctuary to remember your ancient self. You know the ancient mothers always been connecting to spirit, which is their highest selves. We are all creators manifested in the flesh, different fractions, different components of the one, broken off into many different variations to be creators ourselves. But something wants to sever you from your divine power. So when you find ways to reconnect to your divine powers or your ancestors, which are only different versions of yourselves, we've always found a way to connect to spirit. But something always wants to say that's demonic. Listen, baby, all this to say, stop getting caught up in their games and their manipulations. They running out of time. I don't think there is any more time left, for real. Because when they fighting with each other and they crumbling, what you gonna do with the bricks that fall? What you gonna do with all the rubble that's gonna be around you? They took all our shit because of infighting. They found an opportunity. Don't think we wasn't war with each other and we had infighting. That they saw as an opportunity to seize everything. Now you need to ask yourself, with all their infighting, where's our opportunity? Once you flip that switch in your mind and you stop getting caught up in their shit and you start realizing this must be a golden opportunity for us, then maybe then we'll find a way out of this shit once and for all. And with that being said, honey, that's my spill for the day. MahMah Tea. Y'all be good. Love you, baby. Bye now.
She the vibe, she the wave in a lane, no rivals. Power in the step, heels click like a tribal. Chanel shades, hide the stare, homicidal. Every look deadly, queen energy vital. Diamonds in the curls, goddess from the block. Ballroom chic, but she hustle round the clock. Talk soft, move sharp, keys to the vault. Stacking universes in a Louis leather box. Big drip like rain in July. Too smooth, too fly, she ain't gotta try. When she pass by, they just whisper inside. She a legend in the flesh, wings spread, she glide. That girl, her world, her shine, her swirl.